Welcome in, party people. This is going to be one of my shorter videos. I just wanted to share a quote that put things into perspective for me a long time ago regarding racism. I made a video the other day. I always like share some like real shit in videos, but I tend to like make a mistake of like not actually putting it in the title, so nobody will ever hear it. But I wanted to share a quote by one of my favorite presidents, Lyndon Baines Johnson, LBJ. And you can, we talk about Vietnam all you want. I made my thoughts on that very clear. Really, there's no point in starting a train. Let's just sit here in the station. But Vietnam doesn't really make a mark on its record at all for me because I wasn't born. I don't never really looked into Vietnam much. I know the general gist of it. We were there fighting communism, and people here didn't like it. They protested quite, vigorously, and I pay attention to the domestic impact. Like he's the reason I can vote, the reason I can't be discriminated against in public spaces and private businesses too. But with the Civil Rights and Voting Rights Act, he's on my wall right now, and I would be a fool to put Vietnam above that. That just seems like unserious to me. But anyways, he wasn't the only president that sent troops there. I think 4 presidents did, and it started with Eisenhower. So he's not perfect, but he was a very good, effective American president, and I salute him. I'm literally saluting him right now. I love Lyndon Baines Johnson. I want to be just like him. But the quote is, I said it's gonna be a short video. I share all that. I can't help it. I got depth. I was a history minor. Like I know a lot of stuff. I want to share it with people. But here's the quote. I won't like do suspense any longer. Here you go. Try to remember it and spit it out smoothly. If you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best black man, he won't notice you're picking his pocket. Hell, if you give him somebody to look down on, he'll empty it for you. And I heard that back in college, and that put everything in perspective because I went to a school that was like 95, maybe more percent white, Church of Christ school. And I was like literally the only black kid in every single one of my classes except one. There was this black girl. Like I was wondering, I was just, when you're in a situation like that, an environment like that, you got to think about racism. And like they were, all right wing because they asked like who we were voting for in the class one time. Literally the only person that was voting Obama back then, I did not raise my hand. Everybody's hand went up for Romney. Like it was like, I realized back then, like that was, yeah. But, and just the conservatives, that racism proliferates in those circles. I'm sorry. There's probably more racism in Christian conservative circles than any other circle. It's just a fact. And the white Christians. But like I thought about racism a lot back then, like this microaggressions, the way I'm being treated, things like that. And I looked that quote up, and it made me realize like a lot of poor white people, they don't have much. They don't have much going for them besides their white skin, and they've been had indoctrinated into them that makes them better than minorities or people with brown skin. I talked about race, how it's a social construct, and how racism is based on debunked pseudoscience like phrenology, skull shape, skull size, all that bullshit. We all came from Africa. There's only one race, the human race, and racism is just fucking stupid. I guess that's my general point of this video. I wanted to share that LBJ quote, and if you hadn't heard it before, it really puts things in perspective. This man said this shit back in like the 50s. Like he understood back then. Like, he was poor. He grew up poor. He's like the son of like a minister. He didn't have anything. He grew up poor in Texas, and his people he hung around were poor white people. So there you go. He saw racism firsthand and understood it. But he atoned and became a great person later on. Like I said, he passed the Civil Rights Voting Rights Act. My hero. So there you go. That's just the video. I just want to share that quote. If you're dealing with racism or something, just realize that's what it is. They just hate you because they ain't you. They ain't got nothing.